Hello everybody. I don't see anybody logged in yet, so I'm gonna wait a few moments to let people log in. If you're watching the replay, say hey, so I know that you've tuned in. Just waiting for a few to show up. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure that I'm not muzzled. I'm going to be checking my computer. Hey, Jess. Okay. Good. You can hear me, right? Okay. I'm going to be looking at my computer so I can easily see the comments. I'm really excited to get started. Hey, Jennifer. So normally every Sunday I pull my cards and, I get inspiration for the week, ideas of what's coming up in my week and what to focus on and what to watch out for. And as I was, looking through the cards that I received, I had the Moon deck, which I've used before to do card pulls on my Facebook page. And there's rituals with each one of the cards, and I never paid attention to the rituals. Well, this week when I pulled my cards, I actually read the rituals just to, out of curiosity. And I realized they were so beautiful, like the most beautiful things that we could do. And I was like, you know what? I want to do this for people. I want people to join me in doing this because I really feel that it can, help us grow, help us tune into, loving ourselves and all that good stuff. So I decided I had like this huge download come over me that I should just go ahead and pull one card a week, whatever the collective of this group needs to hear for the week is the card that I'm going to pull. So this card was the card that I pulled for this week. It's probably backwards. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. And this is so, so, so powerful because I feel like we're all going through this right now, especially with, the world being as crazy as it is right now. We're really trying to figure out what's no longer serving us and what we need to step into. Where can we rebirth ourselves? And this is all about rebirth. So you see the snake here, and the snake is about shedding its old skin. It's about transformation. It's about releasing that skin that's no longer serving it. And that's really what the snake represents. And then of course, flowers and roses. When I was tuning into this card to see what messages came through, I kept seeing a woman inside of a flower. And it's like the flower was closed, the petal was closed, and it was hindering her. Almost as if each petal was a habit or something that was no longer serving her, a habit or something that she needed to let go of that she's been holding on to. It stopped her from blossoming and blooming into who she's supposed to become. So each petal, I envisioned her plucking these petals away, not plucking them away or off of the flower, but opening them. And each petal was a habit that she had to just let go of in order for the flower to open and her to be able to, come out and face the sunlight, and have that sun shining on her. And so she could have clearer guidance of what's next. So that's really what I got from this card. We all have habits. We all have voids. We all have things that have been holding us back, and a lot of times we're kind of scared to release those things that we know are no longer serving us. We know they're no longer in our best interest. And at one point it did serve us. At one point it was what aligned with who we were in that moment. But as we grow and as we transform and as we lift into higher versions of ourselves, some of these things that worked for us at one point in time are no longer working. So I thought that was very, very beautiful. And so I'm gonna go over our weekly ritual. What I want you guys to do is this weekly ritual, it's a journal entry. It's a simple journal entry. You'll just need a notebook, a piece of paper, and a pen, something to write with. So it's not too extravagant. I figure we can start off light and easy. And it's all about releasing. So we outgrow the old and we have to release it in order to let the new come in. If we hold on to this, we're not creating space for the new to come in. It's waiting for us to let go. And we're just holding on so tightly, you know, and this could be anything. This could be what's consuming our time. A lot of times it's like TV shows, and a lot of TV shows can be really negative, you know, so we want to make sure that our time, you know, where we're consuming our time is actually feeding us and not anchoring us down into like a lower frequency or a lower vibration. It's all about shedding the layers that are no longer serving us. And we really have to tune into that. There could be things blocking us from receiving what we need, you know, what our next level, the next version of ourselves, the higher version of ourselves. Certain habits have an expiration date, and it's just time to thank these things for our service and release. It could be a relationship. It could be, you know, unhealthy things that we're consuming or putting into our body, whether that be, I mean, the range is so broad, you know, from food to whatever we could be smoking or drinking, maybe just not exercising. I literally was like, I have a gym membership I paid for a year and I have not gone. And I told myself I'm making a commitment to myself to do at least 20 minutes of, I'm doing yoga for weight loss right now. And I'm starting to see the difference already. So that's great. So we can either be inspired to step into that higher version of ourselves, that new, you know, next level of ourselves, or that's fine, Jennifer, I'll catch you later. Definitely tune in for the ritual. We could either be inspired to tune into that version of ourselves and just naturally let it go, or we could be holding on too tight to things that we know we should be letting go of. It's all about resistance and fear of the unknown, and we have to release that fear. So, you know, this could be stories that we tell ourselves that are not true, old limiting beliefs, behaviors, relationships, anything that you feel is hindering your growth. Your past made you strong, and you can thank your past and whatever you've been through. But now it's time to recognize that it's time to let it go. Whatever is no longer aligned. So the journal entry, and I'm going to make a post about this, just so you guys have clear, if you're not taking notes and writing this stuff down, I'm going to make a post. And in that post, I would love for you guys to share your breakthroughs, your aha moments, your epiphanies, or whatever comes through for you, anything that kind of set a light bulb off in your mind, or allowed you to dig deeper where you didn't think that, you know, something that came up that you didn't even expect. I would love that. And I also want you guys to know that this group is a safe place. You are safe to share. You are safe to be inspired. You're safe to provide feedback with love. You are safe to be motivated by somebody else. Okay, so today's ritual, this week's ritual, and you can do it today, you can do it tomorrow. Just do it this week. That's all I ask. Do it this week, and then let us know how it made you feel. Let us know how it empowered you, okay? The first question that you want to journal on, and you want to do free writing, where basically you just let the writing flow. There's no like, just let it come through you as you're writing, okay? Just tune in and let it come through you. The first journal entry is, what personal rules or beliefs feel outdated to you? For me, there's a lot of things that I no longer resonate with. A lot of the music I used to listen to, a lot of the things I used to do, like I used to go to the club all the time. I'm like so not into that anymore. Give me a lounge and a cocktail and I'm good. One cocktail, not 3 or 4, you know. That's me, you know, that no longer resonates with me. Every time I go out, I try to have fun in like a club environment, and I literally look around and I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? So that is one thing that I no longer resonate with me. Another thing I let go of, I was watching like a lot of dramatic reality shows, like Love and Hip Hop and, you know, all those like dating reality shows. That stuff was like so low vibe, I had to stop watching it, right? So those are just 2 examples of things that I've let go in the past. And I'm sure this week I'll have some breakthroughs of more things that are no longer aligned with like who I am right now in this present moment. And that's something we have to, it's almost like an inventory that we're doing on ourselves. Like, and I'm sure we're all feeling this, especially with the energies that are coming into this planet right now. Our planet's moving into the photon belt. Our whole solar system is moving into the photon belt of our galaxy, where there's like high energy frequencies like all around us, like bombarding our solar system. And that's why, like, you know, the age of Aquarius is among us. Like a lot of this old systems are breaking down and crumbling before our eyes. A lot of craziness is going on. This is why. So it's almost like things are not the same as they were a year ago. Life is not the same as it was a year ago, a year and a half ago. So it's time to like really sit down with ourselves and do some inventory on what's changed and what beliefs and rules that we've made for ourselves in the past are outdated and no longer serving us. That's the first journal entry. The second is, what does your body currently need in order to release, renew, and flourish? For me, it was to stop eating all the junk and start doing my yoga exercises. I like doing meditation. It's not something I practice every day, but I could probably do some more of that, you know? So that's just an example for you guys. The next journal entry is, what are you curious or excited to explore? What new things are out there that you've been thinking about? Where do you want to explore? What new things do you want to try? And you can like reach way out there, like things that you don't even think are possible. Write it down. If it's something you want to explore, I don't care how much it costs, I don't care how much time it takes or how unrealistic it seems, write it down. And what I want you to do is begin threading some of these answers that you come up with into your life this week. What can you do differently starting today to incorporate some of these new aligned things into your world? Remember, this group is about self-love. We have to take time for ourselves. We have to pour into ourselves. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. And it seems like there's only one person watching right now, but that doesn't mean that more people won't tune in later. So I want to go ahead and do a guided meditation, okay? I've never done this before with anybody other than my children. So this is my first time running or not running, but leading, I guess, a guided meditation. So if you're driving, obviously don't do this. Wait until you're off the road. But if you're in a comfortable space, what I want you to do is find a a comfortable position for your body, either sitting up in a lotus pose or whatever. You can cross your legs. I personally like to lay down while I meditate because I'm just more relaxed. Okay, so get in your comfortable space. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly up with air. Feel it rise, and then a nice breath out. Release. Release. Now I want you to envision yourself as you're breathing in slowly. Envision yourself breathing in newness, breathing in a new life, breathing in positivity, love, and light, things that will make you feel good inside. And as you release your breath, you are letting go of those old habits, the toxic energy. You are releasing any negativity that has been hindering you. You are releasing those relationships. You are releasing those habits. You are releasing those old beliefs that you know are not true, that you know are keeping you stuck. And I want you to use your mind's eye to envision yourself inside a flower. That flower can be whatever color you'd like it to be. You're sitting inside it and you're surrounded by its petals. There's no light coming in. And I want you to slowly push open those petals, allowing the light to come in. And each petal that you're pushing away is a habit that you are releasing. As you push those petals down, more and more sun and light and good vibes are coming into the place that you're sitting within that flower. And you're pushing those petals away. You're releasing them. And you are rebirthing yourself. And as you push the last flower petal down, you see the beautiful white golden sun glowing down upon you. And you feel a sense of relief. You feel new. You feel whole. And you feel reborn. Those old things that were keeping you trapped and hindered and in a negative state of mind are no longer closed up around you. You have removed them from allowing the sunshine to come in and renew your life. Take another deep breath in, full of positive, loving energy, and one last big breath out to release the last bit of darkness and old habits that are within you. And I want you to remember this meditation this week. Remember this as things arise and trigger you. The old things that are no longer aligned and you're ready to let go, but they still kind of are there. Look at them with no judgment and just surrender to the fact that, you know what, you've served your purpose in my life, but now I am releasing you, and you do it with peace and love in your heart. Okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and make a graphic for you guys for the journal entry, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys wrote them down. If not, it's okay. You'll get the graphic soon. And I would love for you guys to share with me any breakthroughs that you had with this. So I told myself I was gonna keep these nice and short and sweet. I didn't wanna go on too long with this, as long as you guys understood the overall idea. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining this group. It's gonna be a beautiful 44 weeks. There are 44 cards in this deck. This is card number 1. This is what Spirit, God, Source, our guides, our angels, this is what collectively in this group they wanted us to know. Excuse me. Invite your friends, anyone that you think could benefit from this group, because I really just want to help women learn to love themselves more. Like, we have been through so much shit, you know, and we're not treated the best, you know, and not only that, but when we're not treated best, we also beat ourselves up. You know, we're constantly judging ourselves. So this week is all about renewal, and that's what we're gonna do. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a beautiful week. Let me know how it went for you. Bye-bye.